Galen, they're with us as usual. And you brought Shawna with you today, Clinton.
We did. We're very excited. Shawna and I met in 8th grade.
In 8th grade?
We did. Yeah, she moved to Salzburg and she came into Mrs. Swayze's math class. And it was, she doesn't like me telling this story, and I probably shouldn't tell it that much because of what we do, but we were in dumb math class together, like where they split up algebra into several years because we couldn't handle the concepts.
Shawna, you going to allow him to do that?
He does it all the time.
He does it.
Yeah.
He tells the story. He says he doesn't want to tell the story, but he tells the story all the time.
I know.
Every
He
time.
jumps right on it.
It's a great meeting story of how this relationship came to be. And then she worked at Fast Times for a couple years. We stole her from there a couple years ago, but she's designed our logos since our second logo back in 2011. And she was also the artist that did Carl and Barb in our book. So we've been
Really?
working together for 5 years, like full time now. Yeah.
So, Shawna, what was it, Mrs. Swayze?
Yeah.
Mrs. Swayze would not exactly be proud of the two of you for your numbers skills. That's why Galen's here. But your artistic talents and your other skills that you bring to GCES, pretty darn nice, huh?
Yeah, I think she'd be proud of us now.
Yeah. Yeah. Come a little closer.
I think
to
she'd
the
be
mic.
proud of us now.
There you go. There you
Maybe
go.
not back then.
Thanks, Mrs. Swayze, for all your hard work with Clinton and with Shawna. Shawna, what is it that you do at GCES?
I am in charge of all the marketing, so I'm chief marketing officer, and we do all kinds of it. It's really cool because every day is different. We go anywhere from designing a website to building a podcast to illustrating a book, creating
TV
these guys
show.
writing a book.
Yeah.
Writing a book.
Anything
Yeah.
to get the name and the images out there. huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because it's important work.
it is.
Yeah.
And not many financial advising companies do that kind of marketing, so I feel really lucky.
Yeah. That being the case, when Clinton came to you and he said, "Hey, Shawna, you need to come on board with us. You need to help us to build this business." For you, was it an easy decision?
It was. I was a little nervous because I went from just being a graphic artist to, being a marketing director. It sounded a little intimidating. But he said, "You'll get it," He just threw me in there, and yeah, here we are.
So, in your relationship with GCES, tell me about illustrating the book. Was that the first thing that you did for the company?
No, logo
Logos.
design.
Did logos first.
Some car wraps. He had a car wrap with his face on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Galen, you had a car wrap with your face on it?
I did. It lasted for about a year, and I was fine driving the day to day. But whenever you had to pull into like Giant Eagle or Gecko or something, and people would stare at you. But we only ever got one phone call, and we had it for a year. And I'm thinking, well, why am I driving around with a cartoon face on my car?
There was a cartoon face on the hood, on the
roof.
hood, on the roof. There was a disclaimer on the front bumper. Like you couldn't look at any side of his car without seeing a big thing of Galen's face.
Yeah, yeah. And it scared off deer, though, right? there were no deer hits while you were driving that car.
No, that car was safe.
Good job, Shawna. Nicely done by you. But coming to work with the company and watching them build it, and now in the new location, for you, this must be a thrill.
It is. And, it's easy because their approach to helping people, it's helping people. It's not, how much money do you have? I'm going to invest this money for you. They actually genuinely want to help people. And it's all built on honesty and the 3 pillars of health, wealth, and happiness. So
Yeah.
it's easy to work
Nice.
with them whenever they have such a good mission.
Nice. So a couple of Salzburg school students that come up through the ranks, and now here you are. Did you ever envision that this would be where you would be at whatever age you happen to be now?
No, it's really cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, we say all the time, we're like, sitting in math class, we were not like,
Yeah.
what else, accounting class?
Yeah.
Like,
We were friends in high school, but we were in 2 separate social groups, if that makes sense. But also, it was Salzburg, so we had like a graduating class of like 52 people.
That's what I was gonna say. What, the click of 5 and the click of 5 over here?
We had the in-town townies and the out-of-town townies.
That's like Smicksburg having a gang.
Well, we're getting way under the weeds here with these two today. Let's talk a little bit about finances and about what it is that you can do for people and do do for people. Clinton, you were just saying that it's really an important time right now for families because the new credit for people having babies since July of last year began. That's kicked in now.
Yeah, so not that I want to admit it, but I get a lot of my news from TikTok, and I saw on TikTok yesterday that the Trump baby tax credit, or the Trump baby credit, that if you had a baby that was born, I believe it's after July or January of last year.
It is after January 1st of 2025.
Yep, and that just went into effect now. I can believe you can get $1,000 to start the account. And whenever they turn 18, it turns into an IRA. So you get a free $1,000 if you had a baby since January 1st of 2025.
Yeah.
Give us a call. We can help you figure it out and start that account and figure out how to put money into it too. Because I believe you can put up to $12,000 in it a year.
I don't know. I didn't research it yet because it didn't come out yet. But
Yeah.
I guess TikTok says we're going, so we're on.
Yeah. So you can put into a certain amount into it every year, but it's a way to get a free $1,000 to start an account for your child. And a lot of people have been doing that. And it doesn't have to be you necessarily that puts the money into the account. We've seen more, I think, not so much parents putting money into accounts for their children, but more grandparents that have extra money that, some of them are taking RMDs and are forced into taking money, and they want to be able to give that money to their grandchildren. So we've had a lot of grandparents opening up accounts for their grandchildren, not so much necessarily parents for their children. But if you're a parent and you've had a kid in the last year, we can open up that Trump account for you, and then you or your grandparents, anyone can put into it.
So now with this credit, Galen, it opens up the broader issue of young folks, the youngest of folks, actually, having the opportunity to already begin to build themselves a nest egg for the future. And that gets us into the idea of how young people begin to think about the future, and their families can help them in this to start saving for that time way down the road for them. It's really a great idea.
I think it's fantastic. So it's going to do a bunch of things for, the economy. Everybody likes, getting free stuff. So $1,000 from the government for free for every child. All you have to do is be born, and I think a natural citizen. And that's, the qualifications. You get $1,000. I believe it's a $5,000 limit that you can put in. The parents or grandparents can put into the account every year after that, or the first year as well. But it gives the ability to now jumpstart that child's future. It's $1,000 for free. Just that $1,000 alone over 18 years is going to compound at some pretty good interest, so the growth alone on that, even if you're not putting more into it. So everybody needs a leg up when they graduate high school because you're just excited, you're done with schooling. What do you do now? Yeah. But that's going to be a little nest egg for you to maybe follow your dreams and do what you want to do, as a human, whether it's school or trade school or, military, something like that.
Even somebody who has, been making money by mowing lawns, and babysitting and all of those things. It's not that this is something brand spanking new, the idea of saving for the future for younger folks. You've always had this ability to. This is just a little boost to help you if you haven't started yet.
Exactly. It's a kickstart because, everybody wants to teach their children about, how checking accounts and banking works. Well, now you have the opportunity to teach them how investments work from a younger age. And like you said, they're mowing lawns. Maybe they want to put in $300 to the account and they see that grow and they're getting the statements in and looking at it online. So it's not only teaching the youth, but it's bringing the whole family into education because you're going to be learning as an adult more about the financial aspects because you're going to be teaching it to your child.
Yeah. Now, Clinton, if you were young Clint and you're going to Salzburg High, you and Shawna are going there together, and Shawna says to you, you know what? I've started saving my money from all of this artwork that I'm doing around, and people are buying my artwork, and you're just hanging around doing nothing but lifting weights.
Right.
Clint,
Right.
Clint, it's time. It's time for you to start learning about this. That would be a great advantage, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I would be into it. As far as like finance and Sean and us, we had no idea this was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Galen and I didn't even really know that this was where we were going to go whenever we started all this. You know what I mean? It's been really cool to be able to grow it over the years and then also do it with people that you know and like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we like what we do and we do a really good job with people, but we want to be around people that we want to be around every day. Do you know what I mean? We want to enjoy going to work, and we do.
Yeah.
I think all of us do, which
All
is
right.
good.
So that being the case, let's jump into the new location
Yeah.
for GCES. You've been in there for what, 8 months, 8 months, a little bit.
Almost a year.
Hands
almost
bound.
a year.
In 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very fast 10
All right,
months.
so you've been working on it.
Yeah.
Is the building, is the whole location, is it where you need it to be, where you want it to be? What can we look forward to?
It is awesome location for us. It is definitely room to grow. So GCES takes up the whole second floor. We do have rental space available, commercial space available on our first floor that we just refinished. So we should see some more businesses moving in. We own both sides of the building now. So we also own the yellow brick buildings on the corner over here. So everyone look out over the next week. Those buildings will be coming down.
Oh, yeah?
And there will be a parking lot going in there over the next few months.
Uh-huh.
So that's exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
That was I don't know if it was the first hospital in Indiana borough,
Really?
that yellow brick building.
Uh-huh.
Not a historical site, though. So I got some clapback because we want to tear it down.
Yeah.
But it's not a historical site. It's dilapidated. There's no way that anyone would ever refinish the inside of it. So it actually needs to come down.
Yeah.
But it'll add parking for us, for our clients and stuff like that. And it'll give more parking to the businesses that can rent the other side too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So big plans for that location, but you're in the planning business, and you get the. Shawna, tell me about your area over there, and how you actually are able to use your skills and those who work with you in order to help these guys in what they do.
There's a lot of signs that need to be made to get around the building, to get in the building. We have a really cool intercom system, but people struggle with it. So
Yeah.
we need yes, there's a lot of signs.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
and then-
one thing. But seriously, you were talking earlier about website, about all of that different outside marketing that you must do for a business. When people come to a website such as GCES's, they want to navigate easily. They want to get to where they want to go to get the information that they need and to be able to contact the people that they really need to be in contact with. That all goes into the design of a website, and you're getting after that too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Our new website's going to be real sleek. Whenever we moved, we also rebranded, so we wanted to do it all cohesively. And so the new branding and everything's going to be very clean, easy to understand. Everybody's going to know what we do. We
Yeah.
prepare you for retirement. So, yeah.
That's
I'm
a
working
fun
on it.
thing.
One of the cool things with Shawna is that we've continued to grow over the years. So, as things change, so does our company, so does our logo. She's gone through, we're just now exiting the Carl and Barb era, is what I would call it, where Carl and Barb were in our logo for the last couple of years.
They're retiring?
They are. Actually, Barb is about to retire also. So all of that is like, she gets to roll with the punches. And, how she said everything changes and everything's different. I mean, one day she's doing our website. The next day she's like doing our podcast. The next day she's writing scripts for the radio. The next day she's planning a charity event for the Humane Society. So there's like so many different places and ways for her to go that it's been fun with me and her both doing marketing, because we do it together, where she gets to like take some crazy idea that I have and then make it into a billboard that you
Yeah.
could see on Wayne Avenue.
And she decides the practicality of everything that you come up with too.
She has to pull me back a little bit sometimes.
It has to go through compliance.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. Galen, one of the things that Shawna just said was rebranding. You rebranded when you moved into the new building. You have often said, the two of you, when you're here, that one of the missions of GCES, the mission when you first started out, was working with government employees, and in particular, that's what the name of the business was all about, in particular, postal employees. But you want to be able to reach those who aren't in that particular sector, because it does cross over into, there are special rules in place for government employees, but what you do in order to build people's wealth for retirement, that's universal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The concept behind everything is, in my head, the way I look at it is every single one of us is a government employee. And the reason is because we all have Social Security. And Social Security is going to be what I would say, I call it the bread and butter. That's what you have coming in at retirement. Everybody has that. It's constant as long as you have the quarters. Where it gets confusing for all the families is the pensions, whether you work for the federal government or the state, or, you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter where you're at. You have that money to deal with. And if you're an entrepreneur, you might have to create your own wealth and do your own retirement, your own 401ks for people. So, over the years, just working with the federal employees taught me the basic ground floor, I'd say the foundation of retirement, because it's the basis I base everything off of is the federal government. So, with that said, the state, we are now able to help state employees, and I can take over the deferred comp plans while you're working. I can't do that with federal employees. So with state employees, my focus on state employees now, I'm going to be helping people in their 40s more the whole way into retirement and then beyond. With federal employees, I was helping them manage inside their 401k, helping them get advantage, and then later in retirement, helping them and taking over. So with state, I really like it because I have a more hands-on approach and I can really make more of an impact than I did federal. So I guess I didn't want to limit myself to you only do federal employees because there's so much to it, and anybody that would ask for help, I'm going to help them. That's just my personality.
Yeah. And one of the interesting things to me, I was reading a Krauthammer article that was written, I think back in 2006, talking about ways to save Social Security and how we do not, we should not just bank everything on Social Security and what we have coming in for Social Security, because there's really no guarantee that Social Security is going to last all that much longer, or that in its present form it will. And so the diversity of the portfolio, that's really a key thing, and that's what Galen helps to build, Clinton.
Ultimately, when Galen sits down with someone, he's going to go over everything that they have financially as a household. So although we've worked with federal employees, we've always worked with the spouses, because you retire as a family. Even though one might retire earlier than the other, everything is together if you're married. So we've always worked with people that weren't federal employees. And really, when it comes down to it, Galen is a fiduciary and a financial advisor. We make money and we get paid whenever people that are our clients make better financial decisions for themselves. Right. So we're only able to sell stuff to people if it's better than what they already have. So as a fiduciary, we make money when our clients come to us and we help them make better financial decisions for themselves.
And in those financial decisions, they find the wherewithal then to move on into their retirement years and do so comfortably and without concern or worries about what the future is going to look like. And that's a really big thing for folks.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could take away all the worries about retirement because, there's stuff that you're not going to see coming, that life's going to hit you because you're an aging human being,
No.
And then when you get to that age, there's different things you're dealing with. So, health comes a lot into play, and the health insurance is the biggest thing that, people seem to want to talk about. But like Clinton said, as a fiduciary, we do make money off of these products when we're helping on the investments, but we make money when you make money. When you lose money, we lose money. So I'm not really in the business to lose money. I like to make money like everybody likes to make money. So, doing the right thing comes hand in hand with, investment and helping one another.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're just about out of time here this morning with the folks from GCES. We've met Shawna for the first time, and she's been explaining what it is that she does and how it is that she helps these guys to help you. And it's a great thing. So what do we have to look forward to in the month of July, Clinton?
The month of July is going to be a great month. All of the exciting stuff, I think, has already happened for the month, with the 4th already over. Yay, 250. So July, it's another exciting month. We're super busy. If you're planning on doing anything or calling to get an appointment, definitely call sooner rather than later, because we fill up 3-4 weeks in advance. Yeah. So if you want to try to do something in the next 30 days, or you're retiring in the next 30 days, you should have called like last week. So, and that number would be 724-915-0000.
Yeah. And for those who are thinking about August, well, now's the time to call for August too. Yeah. All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Shawna, thank you so much for coming in to visit with us. We appreciate it all. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCS.